Hey, yo, it's Ecstasy back with another episode of Rap It Out. This time we have fucking Roane. What's up?
What's poppin', people? It's about time I came over here. Took long enough.
It actually did. So, people don't know this, but this was supposed to happen like a month ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so it got postponed, but I'm just fucking glad it happened in the end. This is gonna be a fucking banger. Like, I think you're one of the best artists to have ever been on this podcast,
Thank you. Thank you.
especially. And some big names have been here. Like there's been Hyde, there's been Psycho Puppet, there's been Apollo, bro. There's just been a lot of good people on here. Like
I like what y'all doing over here. I definitely stand Hyde, King Osiris as well. I stand both of them. Heavy, heavy, heavy. So shout outs to them. And then Psychopuff is
yeah,
actually the first person I ever featured with on RapPad. So
but
shout out
we
to
know.
him.
Shout out to the Pie mixtape. Shout out to the storybook featuring, I believe it was Zeta
Oh no,
and
that was
you.
the second collab I did with him. Y'all gotta go deeper. It's the a Halloween cipher I did with Brainbuster.
we have. I'm gonna have to listen to that a little bit later.
Yes.
That's gonna be a new discovery. But shout out to Psycho Puppet. Check
For
out the Pie
sure.
mixtape. I'm actually working with Psycho on a doubles album called The Root of Pi.
I dig it.
And we're gonna remix every single song that we did, even with the original features. Like we're gonna get Zeta, we're gonna get Decipher, and supposedly we're gonna get you, even if we're gonna have to pay $100 for it, just to make those stupid ass remixes.
So I guess my question to you would be: are you like doubling down on the meme of the project, or are you trying to make it valid?
I want to make it an actual, basically look at the Pie mixtape, the original one, and see Brainbuster, and look at the new one and see the new Psycho Puppet. Like I want to have something that actually shows some improvement, but at the same time it keeps the key signals like So Young, the So Young remix, whatever its name is gonna be. It's gonna have to have that high key on the chorus. You just know it's gonna have to be that way. Um, and basically all the iconic moments like fucking how I could tear a man limb for limb is gonna have to have that iconic beat, that that work of art that's straight out of Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whatever. Uh,
Yes.
let's get a little bit more on you, because even if it's cool and all, this has to be about you. You're so fucking dope, and you're gonna have some dope project dropping in. Like in January, I believe you're gonna have a collab with Samad Savage. Actually, a fucking music video. He's gonna
Yeah.
fly all the way down to Texas.
Yes. So the scale of this project is actually like it's getting to me because it's getting surreal. We're flying out Samad from New Jersey. We're bringing Hyde into Dallas from Nebraska. We're actually flying out another director from Florida to help with the creative process, and we're getting a lot of big people involved. So like it's a big scale event for sure. For sure. Like probably one of the biggest that's been happening in my city, no doubt. Yeah.
But there's there's just this feeling like you're Rowan from RapPad. Like you started somewhat on RapPad, and you're gonna probably finish on RapPad as well.
No, 100%. I
Uh,
ain't going nowhere.
so basically, how did the thought process start up? Like, how did you think you were gonna be a rapper? How did you find this profession?
So there's two reasons I picked rap. Number one, because I believe that rap allows you the most lyrical creativity about any other genre because it's so much more lyrically based than like melodic. I know it's kind of changed nowadays, but you have a lot more creativity to kind of explain your mind and your thought process in rap just because there's a higher word count and like more structure to the lyrics than just kind of melodic vibes. And then the second reason I picked rap is because I could not sing worth a damn. And if you can't sing but you love music, rap is definitely for you. It's a very viable option.
Yeah, that's really true. I mean, I know from somewhat experience that like if somebody wants to take a look at my old tracks and read them, because they're not recorded, but read them, they're gonna cry. I've actually done that experiment once. I've sent my first ever track written to Skinwalker, where we're in voice chat, where we're just chilling. Uh,
Mm.
he had the most amazing fucking reaction. Like, what the fuck is this even supposed to mean?
Yes.
Like, my first thought process when I was writing that was basically, let's get something thought provoking, but not in that way at all. And I guess you're right. Rap is the easiest way to express yourself without actually causing people to either get offended or to be mad at you. Because I think in music, nothing's. I mean, I'm gonna rephrase that. I think in music, very little's off limits, but there's some off limits shit. Obviously, I'm not gonna get into that though because it's just a whole other subject and it's full of controversy that I don't really want to bring on here. You know.
For sure, for
Um,
sure.
that's gonna be a dope project, and we're all fucking ecstatic to see it.
Yes,
But
it's going to be a while before it comes out. Like I need to seriously cloud up before I'm going to drop it because I want that thing to like really snap off. But the video's happening in January, and then I'll probably release the track maybe February, March, and then hopefully I get the video out by like July, August, somewhere around there.
we all know that you would have done that collab regardless. But what pushed you to do a music video? Why not just a lyric video, like basically Eminem, Moonman, and Slim Shady type shit?
So the thing about the track, and it's kind of hard to explain because I know pretty much nobody has heard it, because I've been keeping it close neck. But like the track in itself is like it's just special, like outside of anything that I've created. I was talking with Hyde about it, and I told him I was like, I think this is like the culmination of my abilities as an artist on a track. And I really wanted the opportunity to kind of see my vision all the way through to completion because I know a lot of times we have variables as artists that get in the way of that, whether it be financially related or technologically based, or maybe the beat isn't quite perfect and like everything else lined up perfect for it. And it's like a 6.5 minute track. And so I think having a narrative based music video was just really going to take and elevate it to the next level, even more so than like a lyric video would do.
Yeah, you're very right about that. I think actual movements and actually seeing a person behind the glass of a fucking screen makes you resonate with a track a lot more, regardless of the fact that it's horrorcore or anything. Like, it will just give it another sense of meaning to a person. It will show that it's not an automated machine and it's actually somebody doing this. I actually don't know a lot about Hyde. I've not talked to him a lot. I know he's a chill dude. I know he does the best hooks on RapPad, but aside of that, I've barely heard his tracks.
Yo, okay, so actually, I'm gonna like fangirl about Hyde real quick, but it's going in a particular place, so I promise. So the thing about Hyde is he was the first person on RapPad to tell me I made shit music. Like I came in, I had like a decent flow. I had no semblance of lyrical structure. I had no punchlines. I had horrible mixing, but I didn't realize this because like the people in my local circle were just kind of gassing me up for no reason. And I got on here, and Hyde's like, "Hey, look, dude, you have a cool flow. You sound just like I did 2 years ago, but you need better mixing. You need better lyrics. You need far better delivery. And honestly, you're just not really that great right now." And like that kind of started the relationship with him. And I sent him a track I did with a producer on RapPad called Cisco Kid. And I actually did an EP with him way back when. But I sent him one with that I mixed, and he heard it. He was like, "No, you need do better recording and better mixing on this." And then he mixed it and sent it back to me, and it kind of opened up my ears to what was possible with that. So fast forward about 3-4 years off of that, just kind of continued talking with him because it's hard to find adults on RapPad, honestly, much less intelligent adults. And so I was with him, and he's actually going to be like my entertainment lawyer when he graduates from law school. And so like the connections made from RapPad is just super fun. But anywho, outside of that, his music is like my favorite on RapPad far and away. Like he did a track of 4 hours, which is solid. The entire End of the Beginning, that whole project is fantastic. Fire from the Heart, I actually have the CD for. And so like his music
Wow.
is sensational. He just doesn't drop anything because he's a combination of a perfectionist with his lyrics and utterly lazy and super busy.
Huh.
And that does not lend itself to being good projects. But he has a track out on YouTube with Future. and a dude named Yato. So
Wow.
like that exists, but people be sleep, so they don't know that.
That's dope. That's fucking dope. I mean, I've heard like one track from Hyde, and I think that was the chorus on your track, but that's a different story.
He's
Um,
so good.
I've seen from basically just that. I think his delivery's got you, and it has something special about it. Like it's not the normal type of flow you have. It's not the normal type of lyrics you get. It's something just off a little bit, but not in a bad way, if you know what I mean.
For sure.
So one gigantic part about being a content creator is how you manage your audience. How do you do that? Like, how do you connect with your viewers?
Um, the thing I've been doing mostly and being deliberate about is Instagram stories is like a cheat code. If you are consistent with your Instagram stories and you always have content up there every single day, like Instagram pushes your stuff a little bit more to like your past followers, and so you get like a little bit more engagement if you do it consistently. And so that's been a really fun way to kind of tell people or share the meme side of my music and whatnot. I'd probably need to get better with actually connecting and reaching out with people, but a lot of the networking I've been doing has been like locally or on the business side of things. So it's not really like fandom. I haven't really pushed my music in a way to kind of generate fans yet because I've been waiting for like a track I really, 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 really love to kind of get behind and push. And I hadn't made that track until like Wilderness. And then I think I have one more that's I'm like 90% sold on with K Santana, and that one's coming out in January. But before that, I
Ooh,
just didn't love everything that I put out because I know it's good, but I hear stuff on the radio and I hear stuff from other people, and I'm like, nah, this is a notch below. And so I probably need to get better with reaching out with people. But as far as content creations, definitely Instagram stories is a big, big hack. And then just like message people, message people without like putting a random SoundCloud link in their stuff, like a simple, hey, what's up? Or hey, how are you doing? Is everything all right? I checked out your music. This is dope. Like just reaching out to people that you enjoy talking about will boost up your network and your relationships with those people instead of just forcing links down their throat.
yeah. I mean, basically, you're saying try to connect with people rather than actually trying to force them to do something or to give them special orders to do something.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Because it's a lot easier to like get friends than it is to like build fans. So like if you just kind of
yeah.
treat everybody as your friend and just talk to them in that way, you'll get far, far better results.
So I think you're very right and very wrong at the same time. I think if you make too many friends, then those friends are gonna start to get vindicative about what you've done, and basically they're gonna start to think, dude, I've been friends with you for so long. Why the fuck haven't we made a track or something like that? And then you're at some point you're about to get overwhelmed by that. But at the same time, treating them as your friend is easier, like to manage.
I
How do you
agree
deal
with
with
that.
that?
I think the important thing is laying the guidelines down at the very beginning. So a thing that, and it's why I try and tell any upcoming artists that talk to me, like, how do I progress with stuff? Do not do free features. Do not do stuff for free. Not because it's bad to do stuff for free, but because it takes an extra mentality to do stuff. So like if I'm offering free features, I'm going to attract a certain amount of people trying to get a free Roane feature. If I boost that to like $1, I have eliminated all of the people that are not going to help me with my craft because it's just $1, but people who don't invest anything aren't going to be interested in you succeeding as much as people who do invest in you. So you can be friends and you can chop it up and you can talk with people like K Santana. I talk to pretty much every single day, but like I ain't doing stuff for him for free. And so like, and like even if I have a track with him, like everything is split financially with him directly. And so like you can have friendship relationships with people, but you have to make sure that you're drawing a line on that business side. That way people A, don't take advantage of you, or B, think that they're entitled to something that they're really not entitled to, because it's a lot harder to tell someone you've been giving free features to for a year that, hey, now you need to pay $100 than it is to just say, hey, look, you need to pay up front and then boost that price accordingly.
Yeah. So basically, you endorse ground rules in friendships. And I think that's a fair play, but I think that takes it beyond a friendship and more to a friend to fan relation. Like you're looking at them as your fan, but they're looking at you as your friend. So I think that can sometimes make things weird. I don't have too much experience on this, so I'm not gonna really touch in too much. But one more thing you do that's really dope to connect with your fans is host a Discord server. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
So the Discord server, and I guess it's kind of a product of being with RapPad. I don't really associate like RapPad people as like my fans, but like RapPad people do push my music because like RapPad people are artists, and so it's kind of an interesting little way to navigate because like everybody in my Discord server is like a serviceable artist in some way, shape, or form, and so like everybody's like making music, and so like I guess it would be fans, but I look at them a lot more as like peers than like a fan base. But as far as with my Discord server, the Hustler's Palace, inspired by the gospel of good rapper, R.I.P. Good rapper, where you are located. May you rest in peace. Um, we actually are very, very producer based now, and so we have a lot of super, super dope producers. Left Field just popped in, Echo, if by another name,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
think we have I think every dope producer on RapPad, I think, is in that server now. I might be forgetting one or two names, but I think every dope producer that produces consistently on RapPad is in that server now, along with the other peoples that we've networked with from YouTube, and KMB's pulled from her fan base and other Discord servers that she's in. People that I've met with locally and pulling those people in. And so definitely a dope community. Producers go in there, they stream their beats, they network with them. We do voice chats with people. We don't do like freestyling, but that might be something we add in the future. But essentially, if you go in there, you get rated depending on your current skill level, and then you can network with people in your current skill level. And if you're at the top of the food chain, you get special access to where only the top people have access. And so if you're a serious artist that makes dope music, you can choose only to network with those people and avoid all the trolling that you would normally get from like a RapPad environment.
Yeah, basically you're making a server for people to train, but also for people to find good contacts in. Like for example, there's KNB, there's Echo, there's Hydro Beats, there's dope ass producers, and then there's the opposite side. There's fucking Osmosis. There's people that can mix really well, and then there's
Yes.
the artists, the people that you can collab with, like a fucking Apollo, Jack, Psycho. There's so many people that fucking CJ is dope, and he's being so slept on.
Yes.
Like,
Love CJ. Love
yeah,
CJ. His versatility is crazy. Absurd.
yeah, CJ is fucking dope as fuck. I have to start making some music as well, but that's a different story for another time.
Yes.
Uh, I'm gonna start doing music in 2021. I'm probably gonna take a break from battling in January.
I
Um,
respect it.
I actually have a fucking KNB beat that's been sitting in a vault for a couple of months now, so I could probably drop a singular track on RapPad to tease the people.
Yes, do it. Can be saucy with the beats. Saucy with the beats.
Yeah, it's a fast beat as well, so it's basically a bait into having people click on the same link like 10 times to listen over and over to the last verse, because the last verse is gonna be absurd. Like the last verse is gonna be fucking last verse is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna say that much.
Okay.
Um, that beat goes faster than Godzilla beat. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a nice challenge at least.
Oh, for sure. I'm looking forward to it, man. Because I don't think I've actually heard a song from you.
It's for the best.
We all
you,
start
you,
somewhere. We all start somewhere.
I actually still have my cipher submission uh, unlisted on my SoundCloud, so technically I still have my first ever recording. But at the same time, I've recorded that with a webcam mic with a K95 mask over it. With the beat was playing in the fucking speakers.
Oh, that's
Uh,
horrible. That's horrible.
that's more than horrible. That's
Jeez.
that was a bad setup, but now I got good headphones. I got an editing software. I got a mic. I got
Yes.
actually good shit.
Yes.
Uh, I can actually. I think I got this strictly for BYOB. Like I legitimately got this specifically for BYOB purposes.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna use it for music, obviously.
As you
I
should.
have
See, I think the thing about BYOB is, like, everybody, well, not everybody, but like most of the people who are dope have come through BYOB at some point in time. It's like, it's just so good honing your pen game. I don't think everybody is wired to be a battler. Case in point, me. But I think the pen game diligence that you need in acapella battle rap is definitely needed at some point in time of your artistry, and it helps a lot. Like, it really helps boost that learning curve for you significantly on your pen game.
I could not. So if I didn't experience this, I wouldn't be this fucking much agreeing with you. Like I've been on BYOB for 4 months now, battling acapella.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, before BYOB, I was the type of dude that would rhyme his bars internally and internally only. Like I would only have mid rhymes between two bars, but end words would not rhyme at all.
Oh, tough. Tough.
So it would basically be some sort of flow, and it would work, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be, it's horrendously weird, in both the weird way and the fucking like what. Like I cannot tell if I like that or not. It's
Yes.
it's it's really hit or miss. And before BYOB, I was so goddamn bad.
Yes.
I I cannot express how utterly unorthodoxly trash I could be. So I think you guys did a very good job with BYOB. I think BYOB was a very successful project with the battles. I think it improves the pen games a fuckload, and if you haven't tried it out, I believe that you still have a couple of spots open on the sign up forms. So fucking check that out on RapPad. Get on BYOB as fast as you can and sharpen your fucking pen game if you wanna
Facts.
ever have a chance.
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
so I think that's a really dope thing you do with the Hustler's Palace and all.
Thank you.
Does the ranking system actually consist of you ranking people, or do you assign people to do that?
Most of the time it's whoever gets there first. We try not to keep people in the waiting area for too long. The waiting area. So when you join, the only area you have access is the waiting area. I kind of use it as a buffer for like people that want to do like server raids and all that type of stuff. And so like you can't get access to anywhere in the server until you are properly ranked. And so we usually go through, give them level 1, let them post their recordings or beats or whatever in the self promo tabs, and then we kind of assign ranks off of that. The initial ranks is it's either me doing it or one of the Elite Four. The Elite Four are the admins in there. It's me, Jake, K and B, and then McGizzy. So one of us four will assign the people there. And then for promotions, we go through and talk about it in the admin conversation and see if anybody's ready to be promoted. Which we have been promoting a handful of people recently, but it's always a collaborative decision because you don't want to lower the standards of the server that you have at all, because like the reason it works so well is because the divides are so like crystal clear.
And also because you worked as a team and not as an individual. Like most of the times I know because I'm modding on so many fucking servers. Good fucking god, I don't know how I have time to sleep. Fun fact, I actually don't have time to sleep. I sleep an hour and a half a day.
Oh geez, that's
But
not okay. That's not okay.
that is not okay, but it's factual. Uh,
Jeez.
so basically, most of the time, mods and admins try to work on their own, try to prove themselves to just get ranked up higher, or just to have some sort of fucking personal benefit towards their ego. But I think your server's so well organized because the admins are good friends of each other, so you know how to communicate with each other. So there's not that much of a division between an individual and the whole team.
For sure, for sure. And that's why I
Um,
know that was the very key thing when I started back up the template, because Oz did the first iteration of it. It was called Emerald City, and then he had
I
it, and
saw.
he did. I think me and Jake were ad libs in it, and then he gave me the template. And when I rebooted it back up, like the admin selection is very very crucial, and I know those three people are A, knowledgeable, B, dope in their fields. Like KMB is one of the best producers I know. Jake might be the best producer I know, like online. And McGizzy is one of the best battlers out there, like with one of the best pin games out there that I know. And so being dope on the music side and also like being enjoyable to communicate with is definitely crucial. Because I could never do what I'm doing alone, ever.
That's so nice of you. You not only give credit to the people that work with you, but you give credit to it in the context that you work with them. Like you try to take any opportunity to promote them, and that's really cool of you. Um, I also know that you had to raise a pretty buck to get Hyde and Samad and the other people that would help with the music video in Texas. And I
Yes.
know that Rap had helped out and your server as well. How did that turn out? What happened with that?
So the thing with RapPad is I love RapPad. I've met so many people from RapPad, but there are so many people, and consider this a PSA to you people on RapPad. Y'all just get your shit together. If y'all gonna come to me with horribly mixed tracks and lack of technology and people offer, so what I did for RapPad was I had a GoFundMe, right? And I was like, all right, look, all I need y'all to do, if you share this GoFundMe, send me a screenshot that you shared it, and then I'm gonna give you a point. Whoever gets the most points gets to pick from one of these options. I think the options was like $500 cash prize. One was my microphone setup, which is like $1,000 in value. It was free mixing for me for life, and then I think 10 free features was another one.
It was
And
5.
yeah, or 5, yeah. So 5 free features for me was another one, and then I think that was it. But I did not get a single email from RapPad. Not a
Wow.
single one. But it's okay because we hustled up the money outside locally, hit up all the people I know, and we raised the money in like 5 days to get everybody down here and
Fun
produce
fact.
what's going to be dope as hell.
Fun fact, just because you didn't get emails, I actually not only mass messaged it, but I talked to my friends on my main Instagram account that I never gave to anybody to check that shit out. So
Well,
I tried
thank
to do
you.
the so I tried
Thank
to do
you.
the GoFundMe thing. I just didn't email because I had assumed somebody would just donate like a 100 or like $500 and just like say, okay, thanks for the 50 points. Goodbye.
And you are the fourth person to say that you thought that everybody else would be there, so it wouldn't be a point. And so that's why I say, like, shoot your shot. The worst case
Yeah.
scenario is you don't get it. Shoot your shot because you don't know what's possible or what might happen.
Yeah, that's I mean that's fucking fair. That's a life lesson to you.
Yes.
Like do what you think is right and it doesn't matter if you fail or not.
100%. You, especially if you're trying to make it in the industry, like the more I learn and the more people I connect with, you have to be like fearless with you shooting your own shots because there's so many people that have so many things going on that if you're gonna get their attention, you really have to like sell it to them and like give them a reason to check out your stuff. And if you're just like, no, this person's too busy, then hey, this isn't gonna work. So like, I just message people on the random. So like, this dude named Mickey Fax, he was FaceTiming with I think King Los and Royce to 59 the other time. Like, he's a pretty big dude. And I just sent him a message. I was like, hey, what do you think about this? He was like, yo, I think this is dope. And so I started talking with him, and like, he's like super, super dope as a rapper. And like, I talk to him semi regularly now. Like, the connections that I've built are just off of that initial message. Like, say, hey, I think you're dope. I really love this. I would appreciate it if you checked out my music, just anything like that, or even just being a fan. Like, a lot of people that you wouldn't think would respond to your messages will respond to your messages. You just gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah, that's a life lesson to y'all actually listen to that when you have the opportunity, just do it. Um, by the way, it would be really, really cool if you had another contest on your server. Like, I know there's gonna have to happen at some point, but your server's starting to like pause
Yes.
inactivity.
Yeah,
And
I think I'm gonna boost it. I'm doing another server in January. Actually, I'm locking it down starting January 1st. So that's from January 1st, I think, until I finish negotiations with people, because I have a handful of people that want access to the server, and I don't want to give them access to it because they're people with like big bans, and I want partial bans from it if they want access to it. So I'm locking it down while I do like negotiations with it.
oh
But
god,
in
I forgot about
January,
that.
in January, I'm definitely doing another server championship though. Definitely doing
That's
another
gonna be
one.
dope.
So
That's gonna be dope because it's not only a way to, well, promote somebody's music, but it's also a really good way to get feedback on it.
for sure, for sure.
Um, we're basically almost running out of time. We've been recording for a little over half hour, which in Craigbot terms is almost a seizure.
Yes.
Uh, so, do you have any verse to wrap out at the end?
Yeah. Roane. Hey, yo. Who's hot? I've been cooking fuego from the stovetop. Rolled up in the game, yeah, I won't stop. Going ham like pork chop. Ready with the faux glocks. Laser nerf and 2-air sauce. I'm finna come and cold cock. Y'all, I can last some roadblocks. My drive got me running through y'all with Bentleys and chrome tops. Think you will, I know your lyrics coming out of roadblocks. You ain't really spitting in your flow, ain't dropping no sauce. I've been killing beasts since I stopped worrying about old thoughts. Put the competition in a casket. Handing me a check, I'll tear it up and say to cash it. Driving through the game of life, I'm trying to move the fastest. I ain't got no time for women, frankly, they all ratchet. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. If you tryna come in for the smoke, best believe this heat won't let you go. Beefing with me, I'm gon' set the tone. Cause I gotta let them know. Who got the peace? I want a piece. Looking at you, I'm thinking shalom. You want a beef? I want a meme. Talking about money when you living broke. You look at me, you wanna compete. Man, I'ma send you away to your home. Get a TV, I've been a machine. So watch what I make you commit to your dome. And I one dope with the wrong flow. Put them in a coma. Sniff the aroma. Looking for what with the food? Shokugeki no soma. Ayy, all you rappers trying to roll up. I'm just trying to get my post up. I've been writing history on my own. Now I feel I'm a composer. Whoa. Give me a pen and pad. I'll put any beat in a basket. Picnic thrashing. Gotta get a meal for the passion. Get placed like I'm in a pageant. I can imagine. Swipe left, anybody matching. Girl, get close, someone have it. She like, who you? Is you really magic? Pick up the phone like, nah, this Patrick. Hop at a savage, quick, can nobody match it? Strike that flame when I hit him with the raps and get real mad when I'm running for the cabbage. I wanna live a bit lavish, I'm with the baddest. Model like got any patches, never got a back, she's slacking. 2 eyes, 1 for the job and it's passion. Lord of the Rings, I'm Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. Yeah, they know that we gotta let them know. If you tryna come in for the smoke, best believe this heat won't let you go. Beefing with me, I'm gon' set the tone. Now you know the name of Roane.
Do you have any advice for anybody watching this to get better at rap since you're a fucking legend amongst everyone?
Thank you. My best advice for you is literally practice your butt off. I've found a lot of stuff can be solved through like grit and hard work. I know that like it's not an easy thing to have drive, but if you want to have any measure of success at all, you have to be willing to put in hours and hours and hours and lots of hours. Like even before you start throwing money, don't put money into something if you're bad at it. If you're mediocre, if your skill is not fine-tuned, don't throw money at it. Don't go networking with A&R reps. Don't be trying to get placements. Don't be worrying about your SoundCloud and Spotify plays. Just improve your craft until you're super, super dope, and then start worrying about the other stuff, because you're just going to set yourself up for depression otherwise.
Definitely. To be honest, I've never focused on placements and shit like that. But quite recently, I mean, not that recently, like a month ago, I won a championship on another server. While the other people had fucking riddens, I freestyled, which was big at the time for me. Like it was a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had gotten so much better. I out rapped them in battle rap with freestyling.
Damn. Yeah. See, I can freestyle. I just can't freestyle in public. That's my issue. Like it takes me a while to get going, so I don't ever
kinda the
freestyle in
same.
public.
Well, I don't freestyle in public as much as I used to do, but take it like this. I advanced 2 rounds in the tournament on lyrical, and on that server, I had like 16 with the freestyle part. I had like 16 bars in total for the battle.
Mm-hmm.
My opponents had like 100 and something, and I literally freestyled half of my shit. I had written 8 bars, and I freestyled 8 more, and I won battles against people with 100 and fucking more bars than that. Like that's relatively absurd, but at the same time, it just brings out the I think idiom quality over quantity.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to that. Like a great 16 is gonna perform well better than like a pretty decent 64 or whatever it is most of the time. But it also depends who your audience is, because you'll also get a handful of people that are just like, ooh, this is more, so this must be better. But like the people that actually know your stuff, a dope 16 goes a lot farther. It carries a lot more weight than like a decent 32 or 64 or however it is.
Yeah. This was a fucking dope episode. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. I'm afraid of the bot not having a seizure. But until fucking next time, this was Wrap It Out. This was with Roane. Do you want to shout out anybody real quick?
Shout out Hyde and King Osiris and everybody in Roane Talent Group. K Clips, Kanzi, CJ, Osiris, Pablauka. Shout out Pablauka. RDA, all of them. Yeah, everybody's dope that I've been talking with, and yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks. So this was a dope episode. Until next time, this was the fucking Wrap It Out podcast. Bye.